Hello, my friends. So I would like to start off the video by saying I am not pleased. For the past 2 days, I have felt like a bag of dicks, big old bag of dicks, and found out this morning that Shark Week, she came hard, and I feel like shit. I am very low energy. I had already previously filmed this video, as I had told you in the description of my last video, and there was no sound. I think what happened was my mic was not plugged in all the way, and it just like cut the sound off completely instead of just reverting back to my camera sound. So we all sounded up. We all good. Please, baby Jesus, say we all good. Also, my mother is coming over at some point in time, so I'm probably gonna have to stop this and then continue on at a later time. I mean, I could just be like one of the cool YouTubers and not even mention it and just, do some cool cutting shit, but, I'm not. Okay, so I am a little low energy. I feel a little sassy, and we're gonna get ready. Again. So, there's some stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is why I figured I have some sort of a makeshift makeup channel. I might as well put makeup on while I do so, right? I'm not going to mention everything that I'm using. I'm just going to get ready as per usual. Everything will be listed down below. If you are unaware of where I put all the things that I put on my face, I put them in the bottom bar. So, where do I start? Jesus, there's been like so much shit happening this week that I don't even know where to start. Let me start with this. Look. So remember when I told you guys that I wanted to like cut the shirts up and see what they look like if you were able to wear them off of the shoulder? The unisex t-shirts do so nice when you cut them up. I even used like a real shitty pair of scissors and they look very, very nice. Some of you asked if I would do a video once I release them on like how I cut them up, and I will. I cannot, unfortunately, cut them up and send them to you because I just feel like somebody's gonna ask, because I know like when you pay for something you get like very nervous when you're like cutting it up, like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna fuck this up. I have no clue what I'm doing, especially if you've like never cut up a shirt before. But I have a method from a video that I found on YouTube, which I would tell you guys about like when I do the video on it, that makes it kind of basically foolproof and makes it like the perfect size. So you're not cutting it too small, you're not cutting it too large, you're not going to have too big a hole. It's just going to hang off. Like this shirt, I've got it tied up and it's a size large in the unisex, and using this method like just makes it perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it just hangs off perfectly. So I will be doing that. I cannot cut them up and send them to you because it is illegal to not have what's it called? What is that called? Like care instructions, like washing directions or whatever. In the US, apparently you have to have some kind of a care instruction when you sell goods, materials, like clothing and stuff like that. You have to include the care instruction on there. So I cannot cut them up for you guys, though I totally would, but I don't want no kind of lawsuit or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So, besides that, do you guys like this though? This was just the prototype that I fucked up because I didn't want to like, fuck up something that was good. So this is the prototype that I just like fucked up. Although some of you guys were like, I kind of fucking like it like that because it just like looks real distressed and like out of sorts and stuff. Let me know in the comments if you would like it like this, where it's got like a little distressing. Obviously every single shirt's gonna look different, or do you want it nice and clean? Let me know in the comments, please, if you plan on purchasing a pasty pirate shirt, if you would like it nice and neat and clean, or you would like it like this. These shirts are so soft and like so perfect to cut up. I love them. They're just really nice shirts. Anyway, I was totally gonna start off with like talking about stubby, and now I'm talking about the shirts. So instead of like jumping into that, I might as well just continue on the shirts. I will talk about stubby though, because a lot of you guys had asked in my last video about stubby, and let me just spoiler alert, he's okay. But I will get into that in a second. Y'all know I got the ADD, and if I bounce off subject, I get all fucked up. So, here's the deal with the shirts that I am not happy about. So I am almost completely done. My website is done. If y'all follow me on Instagram stories, then you saw that when I was creating or designing the website, I was like putting size charts in. Girl, it took me like 2 fucking days to put these size charts in, right? So I get all excited and I'm like, yes, it's finally done. All I have to do is like take pictures of the products and like insert them into the whatever, because I'm using Wix. And I've used Wix before, photographically. Like I've used Wix to do a photography website, but you know, I was making that for myself. I wasn't making it to like present it to other people. It is so overexposed right now. It's like real weird out. It's like stormy, but sunny, but like weird and dreary, but cloudy. So it's, y'all know what's up. The exposure's gonna go in and out, girl. That's the life of a daylight YouTuber. Okay, so anyways, where was I? I totally forgot what I was saying just by saying that. What was I saying? God, I feel like dick today. I have taken 2 ibuprofen 800s. I have taken half of an extra strength energy shot. I have also taken a Midol, and it's really just grazing the tip. Just grazing the tip. It's like not even helping that much. Back to what I was saying. So, what was I talking about? Size charts. So, I finally get the size charts all inputted. If y'all follow me on Instagram stories, if you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to know like kind of the ins and outs of the process, if you don't really give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, I don't care. But if you want to know about it, follow me on Instagram, because I've been like sporadically, not like super consistently, but you know, if I have like an issue or something that arises, I'll throw it up on Instagram stories and be like, this is what I'm dealing with right now. So you guys kind of know along the way what's going on. So I was on Instagram stories and I told you guys about how the size charts were like giving me a time, girl, because every time I would input something, because I have 3 different t-shirts, so I was doing 3 different size charts in this like grid layout. And of course my mom's here, so I will BRB. Okay, we are back. I need a little SpongeBob thing that says 3 hours later, even though it has been 3 hours. It's only been like half hour, 45 minutes. Also, you might hear Aiden because he's like playing PlayStation and talking with a little headset thing. Where the fuck was I? And the Doges are in here now, so you'll hear that. Where was that? Oh yes, I was talking about size charts. So they, you know, the layout is like in these little grid things. And the problem is that every time I would input a number, like a sizing number or whatever on like the fitted tee, it would replicate that in another size chart. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And I couldn't figure it out. But then I finally got it figured out. I feel like I have hair all over my face, so I was playing with what. But then I finally figured it out. And then once I figured it out, I was like, yes, we're here. It's all figured out. It's all good. Here comes a really dark cloud. It was all kosher. We were good. And then I noticed that because y'all, the only time I've ever done this is for photography, like I said. And I was just doing it to like display pictures, not to do anything else or not for anybody else. Do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't selling my photography. I was just displaying pictures. Like, these are the pictures that I take if you want me to take yours, you know? So, I noticed that there was like a mobile thing. So I was like, oh, I want to see what it looks like on mobile. And me, being the novice idiot that I am, thought that anything, so when you design the website, if you guys don't give a fuck about this, I'm so sorry, but if you do, you do, you don't, you don't, whatever. So this is just my life lately, okay? So I seen the mobile, and being the dumbass that I am, thought that everything on the website transferred to mobile because, Jesus, now it's getting all dark. Because there's these little grid lines when you're like designing your website or whatever. So you have these little grid lines, and I thought those grid lines were in place So that way, if you don't go outside those, it'll show up on like an iPad or an iPhone or, you know, whatever type of mobile device you're using. That is not the case. So I went to view, because you can like preview your site. I went to preview it in mobile and noticed that the page with the size charts was just like all fucking out of whack. It was like some numbers were down here, some were up here. Nothing was lined up with itself. It was just like jacked up. So I then realized that you have to like physically go through and basically, excuse me, stubby, could you not? Hey, could you not? Thank you very much. That you basically had to create also the mobile version of your website. So I was like, the fuck? So I'm like, here we go again with the size charts. So I went on and I started like moving stuff around, and what I have found was that the size chart for the unisex shirt does not fit on the mobile version of my website. So I cannot fit the 3XL sizes and the 4XL sizes on the mobile version. And I thought, well, maybe I could just like move them somewhere else, like move them to the bottom or whatever. But unfortunately, you cannot add, you can only remove stuff that you have inputted on the regular website. Does that make sense? So if you've got, say you've got Mrs. Jefferson as a dog on your regular website, and you flip to mobile and it says Mrs. Jefferson as a dog that has teeth, like you can't input anything on the mobile. So all I could do was remove stuff. So I'm like, what the fuck? And it wouldn't fit, and it's just got me so out of sorts, girl. Like, for reals. So I thought, what am I going to do? Am I going to take the size charts off? But then I thought, well, what if people are only shopping on mobile? Then they won't be able to see their size charts. Like, what am I going to do? And if I make the size chart only up to 2XL on the unisex, people are going to think it only goes up to 2XL, you know? So the fuck do I do? I still haven't fucking figured out what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm just going to hide that page from the mobile version, or if I'm just going to leave it up to 2XL. I have no freaking clue. I'm just like at a standpoint. I'm also at a standpoint because I, today, what is today? Thursday? I had one on my distributor website on, I want to say like Monday. I don't want to use this. I'm going to use my Makeup for Everyone. On Monday, or what's today? Thursday? I think Monday. I had went on my website to order more shirts because right now I'm in the process of printing them and taking pictures of them to put on the website, which is another like, what do I do? Because I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Y'all know, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do anything. I'm like learning as I'm doing it. So I go on the website to order more t-shirts and find out that the women's fitted tee in the color white, they are out of stock on size small. On the color gray, they are out of stock on large, extra large, 2 extra large. In the V-neck t-shirt, they are out of, I think it's size large or small in the color gray. And I've never done this before, so I like don't know when they're coming back in stock. So I'm like, now what the fuck do I do? Because Tim was like, well, maybe you could just put it on there and be like, these sizes are coming. I'm like, yeah, but do I want to be that bitch? Do I want to be like that tart motherfucker that's like, here's these colors, there'll be some later? No, I don't. I want you to be able to get something that you want to fucking get. You know what I mean? And especially because so many of you liked the gray tee, and there's a lot of you that want size large, extra large, or 2XL. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm going to email the distributor and see when these fucking t-shirts are coming back in stock, because right now I'm not trying to put something out that I don't have. So it's like got me real upset. So for the past couple of days, I have been trying to research, because I don't know if I told you guys or not, but the t-shirt brand that I am going with is called Bella Canvas or Bella and Canvas, something along the lines of that. It's a really good t-shirt brand. The only problem is that if you order directly from this brand's website, you have to have a retail license, which I do not have. And I'm not really sure how to acquire one. I know how to get a vendor's license. That's fairly easy, but a retail license, I'm not really sure how that goes. And unfortunately, I cannot find the style of shirt on any other website. Like, I have been looking for the past couple of days for like t-shirts and printing t-shirts and whatever else, and I cannot find the fitted t-shirt that I want, and I cannot find the v-neck t-shirt that I want in this particular brand, in this particular style on any other website. Really? So this is where I'm at. I'm kind of stuck. Like, I'm basically all the way ready to sell you guys these fucking shirts, and they're not there to sell. I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out over it. And I do just want to throw out there too that I really appreciate and just want to say thank you for those of you who are like, dude, it's okay. Like, I would rather wait and have it be a good product than have you like just rush it out. So I thank you so much for those of you who are being so understanding about that, because again, I can't say it enough. I've never done this before. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm learning as I'm doing it, so it's getting a little out of sorts. But the one good thing, because let's positive vibes, putting out positive vibes into the universe and having them come back, is that a lot of you guys wanted the I Fucks With That t-shirt, and now we have time to do it while I wait for these other fucking t-shirts to come back in stock. So luckily, when they restock them, they restock like over 1,000 t-shirts. So that won't be a problem like once they come back in stock. But I don't have them to sell, and it fucking sucks. And I don't want to do like a pre-order thing because I don't know when they're going to come back in stock. I mean, maybe I'll do it if they give me like a definitive timeline as to when they're going to have them. Maybe. I will do a pre-order thing if you guys want to. I just don't like taking people's money without having a physical item to give back to you. You know what I'm saying? And I saw too, I was gonna mention this in my vlog and I forgot about it. I saw a comment. Sometimes I get sporadic notifications. I have no notifications on my phone, right? Because I feel like if I have notifications on my phone's going to be blowing up 24/7. So I have no notifications on my phone, but for some reason I get random sporadic notifications. And I got this one notification from a comment from one of you guys that said, I don't think that I'll be able to get a shirt because you said that you were plus size and you don't think they'll be able to fit. But is there like a GoFundMe or something that you could donate to? Girl, first off, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you more than you know. That is so kind and sweet. I don't even have words. I just want to say the unisex t-shirts, some of the colors, like the white ones, go up to a 5XL. But if you don't think you'll be able to fit that, don't worry about it. Like, I don't want you guys to feel like obligated to buy these. This is not for any type of monetary reasons other than, Jesus, now we're getting bright again. Any other monetary reasons other than me just making some extra money to like put back into my channel. The reason why I am doing this and why I'm selling these t-shirts and creating these t-shirts is because as I've told you guys before in the past, I only make AdSense off of my videos. I do not do sponsorships. I don't get PR. I don't do anything. I make AdSense money. And from my view standpoint, the only AdSense I get is between $100 and $150 a month. Some months, if I have not put a lot of videos up that month, or I'm doing like a lot of vlogs, because my vlogs don't get as many views as like what my other videos do, I won't even hit $100. You have to have a $100 threshold. Let me, fucking exposure. You have to have a $100 threshold to get your AdSense money. So I only make AdSense money, nothing else. I have affiliations, but I don't like pushing affiliations down your throat. The one affiliation I have is BoxyCharm, which I make $5 when you order like a subscription to BoxyCharm or whatever. Which, BT dubs, I have not gotten my BoxyCharm this month, so I'm like half-ass wondering if they took me off the PR list, which I wouldn't be surprised, because there have been times when they have emailed me and been like, yo, we want to send you, like, for example, one time Cover Effects did some kind of campaign with BoxyCharm with their glitter drops. And BoxyCharm emailed me and they're like, yo, we want to send you Cover Effects glitter drops and we want you to go on your Instagram and hashtag fucking Cover Effects something or another and take a picture on Instagram and blah, blah, blah. So they emailed me that. I never got back to them because I seen the email and then I forgot about it. And they sent me the stuff anyways and I never did it because I never agreed to do it. And then there was another instance where they had sent me a palette. Remember the BoxyCharm when we got that Ace Beauty, I think it was called, palette? They had actually sent me this little PR kit that had that palette in it. And then it had like some like body oils or some shit like that. It had like these, I think I got one up here. Yeah, I do. It had this little PR kit and it had like these little oils and they're just like, you know, little perfume oils for your bidet or whatevs. And before that, they had sent me an email that said, yo, we're going to send you this. We want you to go on Instagram and put a picture, fucking do whatever, you know, up on the gram, and hashtag blah, blah, blah. And I never responded to that email, and I also didn't agree to that. But it has been some months ago when they did that and I never responded to them. I never, you know, did the thing or whatever. And this has been forever ago. So I thought, well, maybe it's, you know, from that, because I know everyone else has gotten their boxes. I've seen Kathleen Lights do an unboxing. So I don't know. I remember there was one point in time when they stopped sending me boxes, and then I started paying for boxes, and then the credit card for my box expired and I didn't update my payment preference, and then they started sending me them again. But when they were sending me them again, it was really sporadic. It was like 1 month they would send it to me, and then another month they wouldn't, and then 1 month they would. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just not that bitch to be like, where's my fucking BoxyCharm? Like, to email somebody there and be like, where's my fucking box? Like, I don't do that. I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that. So, I don't know what's going on with my BoxyCharm. So, I don't know. But anyways, back to what I was saying about t-shirts. So, what should I do about that? What do you guys think I should do? I'm just like, really, I don't know what to do. And like I said, I'm going to email the place and ask them like when they plan on, you know, bringing their stock back. When they plan on bringing their stock back or whatever. So I will let you guys know if I find that out. But as for now, I have no clue. And I'm kind of just like at this standstill where I've got nothing to sell. And I don't want to put out something that I don't have, you know what I mean? Anyways, where was I? I think I cut myself off. What was I saying? Sorry, I'm like cleaning my brush off and the thing is on my camera. What was I saying before that? Before I was like talking about that? What got me into talking about the whole BoxyCharm thing? I don't remember. Oh man, damn it. I forgot I had a battery in here from when I did pictures. Let me put my other battery charger in or something. Okay, we done. I switched out my battery. It was a whole thing. I started recording something and it wasn't recording, and all I did was put this Milani blush on my eyes, which it's not impactful enough for me, so I'm gonna use Foxy. Anyways, I remember what I was saying. I may have actually also, I'm just being real honest, taken the other half of my energy shot. I feel like it's starting to kick in a little more. Let the dogs out. You don't need to know that. Okay, as I was saying, before I went on the whole, yes, that's more like it. Before I went on the whole BoxyCharm tangent, what I was saying is that the only money that I make off of my YouTube channel is through BoxyCharm and through AdSense, which I don't get a fuck ton of views, so I don't make a lot of AdSense. And this is a way for me to be able to just to have some extra money to like keep up with the Joneses and be able to like purchase things to review for you guys, and to be able to you know, try dumb shit. Like, I always wanted to try like Fashion Nova and like all the online like clothing brands and do try on hauls for you guys. You guys love try on hauls, but I personally just don't have the funds to do that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like we're fucking broke. We're not. But when it comes to purchasing things solely for my channel and nothing else, I cannot justify spending the money when the money I would be spending would be more than I would be making. Do you know what I'm saying? So like $100 a month is not enough money to like keep up with like all the new makeup coming out, all, you know, doing like the fashion things and stuff like that I want to do. It's just not enough money to maintain that. So this is a way for me not to be tied down to something else or somebody else, like being tied to a brand because I'm doing a sponsorship, like making money from a sponsorship and having to say things that like aren't essentially who I am. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I thought about, let me tightline real quick. Hold on for a poop my fucking eye out, girl. I thought about doing like a Patreon type deal, but then I'm like, what could I possibly do on Patreon that would be worth people paying money for? Like Patreon, I understand Patreon, I get it, like it's cool, whatever, but for me, I just can't like consciously take people's money without giving them something in return. And I know you do on Patreon, but for me, it's like I don't feel like I am worth like paying fucking a monthly fee to watch my videos. You know what I mean? The whole fucking point of YouTube is so you can get it for free, you know? So that's why I decided to get Patreon, because I thought about doing that, but then I thought, well, what can I do that's like, you know, still. What? Did you see him? He's got an entire bag of clothes. BRB. Anyways, as I was saying, I was thinking like, what is something that I could do, you know, to be able to make money, but to still benefit you guys too, because I want it to benefit you guys too. You know, I don't want to be one of these like super greedy ass YouTubers that are, I mean, let's be real, some people do Patreon because they feel like they deserve to be paid tons of money to sit in front of a camera, and like basically, like, I feel like some people feel like they deserve, they're like entitled, like they feel like they deserve money to essentially do what you yourself could do, which is sit in front of a camera and talk to people. And for me, I'm not down with that. I mean, more power to you if you are, that's cool. And, you know, if you support people on Patreon, that's really fucking cool. I just don't feel right taking people's money for something that I'm doing here for free. So that is why I started the merch thing, because I thought this is a way for me to give you guys a part of me and you guys reap a benefit too for your money. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So I'm not like, I don't like asking people for things. I'm a very independent person. I like to do everything on my own. So it's not like I feel like Patreon is like asking people to give you money, where here I have like goods for exchange of currency, so it makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, girl? So this is the only reason I'm doing it. So going back to the comment, there is no like GoFundMe or anything. Like, I'm not asking you guys for money. That's why I wanted to make something for you in order for you to pay for, so you have something physical. So, that is what's up. Why is he barking? What is he? I know he's out there fucking with Stubby. I just know he is. I know he is. Oh, speaking of Stubby. Okay, so here's the deal with Stubby. If you do not watch vlogs, can you hear him going fucking nuts back? They're fighting. That's what they do. If you do not watch my vlogs, and you didn't see in the vlog, so here's the deal. We've owned Stubby for 10 years. Stubby has always been a super thin dog. Sometimes boxers are real big and beefy, and sometimes they're super lean and narrow, like a greyhound. Stubby is one of those boxers that's always been very lean and narrow, like a greyhound. And even when he was like a year, 2 years old, we would constantly try to beef him up, because I was used to having boxers, because I had a boxer when I was a teenager. I was used to having boxers that were a little more beefy than what Stubby is. But he's just not built that way, right? Even though he's narrow, I feel like lately he's been getting very thin. And we didn't know why. He's acting just the same. He's eating just the same. He's drinking just the same. He's doing all the things that Stubby does. He's just a skinny legend. So he was getting on the borderline of like, is this dog anorexic? Like, what is going on? Because in narrow dogs, it is normal to be able to see like their last 2 ribs, but it's getting to the point, why is my voice cracking? It's getting to the point where his hip bones are sticking out. You can see almost all of his ribs. Like, he looks fucking malnourished. So I'm like, I'm taking him to the vet. And as I said, I'm trying to wait for my primer to dry. As I said in my vlog, I'm taking him to another vet because I don't fucking like our vet, because they're pretentious and judgy and they're assholes. So I decided to take him to a vet that I went to when I was younger, when I was a teenager, and ended up falling in love with him. BT dubs, if anybody was curious. I fucking love this vet. He's so nice and laid back and like awesome. So we take him there, and he said, you know, it's a rarity for me to get to tell somebody that their dog is too skinny, because 9 times out of 10 dogs come in and they're morbidly obese. He said, but your dog is skinny. So what I would like to do is do a full blood panel, a urine sample, a stool sample, all it. He said, I want to do the whole 9 yards and see what's going on, because if you're saying he's, you know, not eating any different than he usually does, and he said from what I can see he's acting okay, you know, because he was like examining him. He told us he does have an enlarged prostate, but that's normal because he's an old dog. He said dogs are just like people. When a man's prostate is enlarged, or when a man gets older, his prostate enlarges. It's just part of life. It's just what happens. His enlarged prostate is enlarged evenly. He said because a lot of times when a dog's prostate enlarges, it'll like be overly enlarged on one side, and you know, it can mess him up and whatever else. But he said that's okay. So on Wednesday, we got the results back, and he is perfectly fucking healthy. He tested him for parasites like heartworm and tapeworm, and there's these worms called like whippet worm or something like that, and he said he thought maybe that might be it, because it did seem like his stool was smaller than it usually is. So because, you know, he was asking us what the fuck is going on, you know. So Tim's like, I did notice, because we have to pick the poop up now that we're not in the country no more, you know. So Tim's like, I did notice that his poop is like a lot smaller than it used to be. Like, he used to shit like a horse, like Hoyt does, and he doesn't anymore. It's like smaller. It's not like what do I want to say, like concerningly small. Like, it's not like the size of cat poop, but it's not his normal size poop. You know, when you own a dog for 10 years, you know what his poop's supposed to look like. So, we told him that, and he's like, he was thinking because of that, it might be this worm that I guess you can't see or whatever. So we had him tested, and don't you get in that bag, boy. We had him tested, and he said everything is healthy. The only thing, which BT dubs, can I just throw out that as nice as everybody in the vet's office was, and the vet was, and they're amazing, yes, the vet assistant did spill piss on me. I was super appreciative of that she splashed my dog's piss all over me when she was trying to get a urine sample. I could tell she felt real dumb. She was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay, it's just dog piss all over my leggings, NBD. Anyway, so he called me back on Wednesday and said the only thing that I can see that's of any concern would be the fact that he has a lot of protein in his urine, and a lot of times that can lead to like kidney failure and lots of kidney problems. It is a sign of kidney problems or cancers or whatever. He said, however, the protein in his blood is absolutely normal. It's like perfect. So if the protein in his blood was the same as the protein in his urine, I think there would be a concern there, but it's not. So I don't think that there's any concern. He said, what I would like you to do is try to put some weight on him. So what he suggested to do, because he asked me what kind of dog food we fed them, and I said, we use Rachel Ray Just 6, a limited ingredient, grain-free dog food, because of Hoyt, because I told him about Hoyt and his allergies, which I'm taking Hoyt there next because I love him so much, and we kind of talked about Hoyt's allergies. He said, and they eat from the same bowl. Like, we have an auto feed, and that's how they eat. So he said, I don't know anything about that food as far as, you know, if it's good or whatever. He said, I'm not familiar with it. So I will give you some suggestions of food brands. You don't have to buy them, but, you know, I just personally know that these are really good brands. So he said Nutro, Science Diet, and this like Ukanuba or something like that, Ukanubi, or I don't know, something like that. It's like EU something or another. So he gave me these 3 brands, and he said, what I'd like you to do is switch their food over to that, because I don't think it'll affect Hoyt, because 9 times out of 10 dog allergies are not food related, they are environmental related. So he said switch them to one of these brands, but you want to get a food that is designed for active dogs because it's more calorie dense. So I said, okay, cool, I can do that. What about canned food? Because I remember years ago when we were trying to put weight on him, we would give him canned food on top of like what he was eating. And he said canned food, which I didn't know this, canned food, I always thought it was better. Canned food for dogs is like fast food for humans. Like, it's not good for them. He said a lot of the lower grade brands or cheaper brands, it's like giving your fucking dog McDonald's every day. It's not good for them. So he said, but if you get a canned food in these particular brands, then yes, you can do that. Sir, he said, he's like, I'm not saying your dog needs to gain like 40 pounds, but like 5 or 6 pounds to get him back to like a healthier weight than what he is. I would like to see that. He said, try this food out for a couple months, try to get some weight put on him. If he does not put weight on, then we need to go further and start doing, you know, a little bit more investigating and seeing if there is some sort of other underlying issue, such as cancer, or kidney problems or whatever else. He said, but I don't think there is. He said, I honestly, like, from what you've told me, he seems like a, you know, predominantly healthy dog. He's just thin. So that's what we're going to do. So he's okay, still acting okay, you know, everything with him is okay. I think glob, I couldn't imagine, because the lifespan of a boxer is between like 8 and 10 years. Stubby's 10 years old. He's going to be 11 this year. Stubby, I've never had a dog as long as I've had Stubby before. He's the longest animal I've ever had. I just can't imagine our family without him. You know what I mean? He's like this permanent structure, or just like this permanent entity of our family, like Stubby is. I love him so much. Okay, so what am I doing now? So that has been the goings on with us. On top of all this going on, between the shirts and the this and the this, if you guys remember in my vlog, I had told you I found a house for Tim's mom. We went and looked at the house. This is Lorac. This is the... That was like one sentence. That all molded together into like one big sentence. This is the Lorac Alter Ego lipstick in the color Granny, and it's my new fave. I like hadn't even opened it yet. I found it in my collection because I'm getting ready to pack all my lip shit up and like do a lip declutter, and I found this in the box. I was like, oh my god, I haven't even opened this yet. So I did, and I love it. So I just wanted to tell you that in case you gave a fuck. So anyway, we went and looked at the house for Tim's mom, and what happened was she fell in love with it. And if you guys remember in the vlog, I think I mentioned that the house was built in the 70s. It was older. It looked like it had needed some updating or whatever else. We get to the house, we look at it, and it needs a lot of work, a lot. But what didn't need a lot of work was the back patio area, which consisted of a massive size swimming pool and a beautiful like stamped concrete deck, and the patio and the pool section of the house kind of looked a little bit better than the house did. I mean, the house itself on the outside was a really nice house. On the inside, you could tell that outside of maybe painting, and they did update the kitchen. They put like a new dishwasher in, some new counters, and some backsplash, and maybe a new sink. Other than that, the house hadn't really been updated outside of like maybe some painting, maybe some carpet, lots of years ago. So it was an older house. She currently lives in a really old house that was built in like the 50s or 60s. She's trying to find a house that's a little bit more updated, right? Something you can just move into. She, unbeknownst to me, falls in love with this house and is like, oh my god, I want this house. I love it, I love it, I love it. So we do everything. We put an offer in, they countered, we countered. She signed a purchase agreement contingent to the, just because we hadn't gotten the disclosure agreement in yet, or not agreement, but just the disclosure. The disclosure, if you don't know, is a paper saying anything that's happened with the house. So if you had a leak in the roof, you have to disclose that. If your furnace blew up, you have to disclose that, like just all this stuff. So we get the disclosure. The only thing wrong with the disclosure is they had poured some foundation in something because something was happening. Nothing big. We had not had the inspection yet, and we were, everything was like falling in line. She's getting ready to buy the house. We start setting the inspection up, and she calls Tim and says, I don't think I want the house. Yeah, girl. Yeah. After she had already accepted an offer, after she had already signed a purchase agreement, after all this. Now, mind you, if you remember, as I said, the purchase agreement is contingent to the inspection that we had not had yet. So Tim was like, excuse me, it's getting real dark in here. Excuse me, Mom, what you talking about, Willis? And she said, yeah, I think it's just too much work. So if you guys remember from my vlog, I had told you that Tim's dad wore the pants in the family, made all the decisions, and this is kind of her first time out on her own, making her own decision. Because of that, Tim, when we went to look at the house, Tim was like, do not sway her decision in any way. If you don't like it, don't say you don't like it. If you do like it, don't say you do like it. If she likes it, go with it. If she doesn't like it, go with it. He wants her to be able to be on her own and be independent, make her own decisions, okay? So she was saying how much she liked the house. So of course, we're like, yeah, we like it too. When we got there and went through the last part of the house, we realized the washer and dryer were in the basement. Tim's mom is 63 years old. She is not getting any younger. She has knee problems. So the washer and dryer being in the basement, we were down in the basement. And I was like, this is not good. Are you sure about this? Because that was like where I drew the line. I'm like, you've really got to think about this. I wouldn't want a washer and dryer in the basement. Do you want to walk up and down the stairs every time you do your laundry? You got to think that over, girl. You got to think about that. And so the realtor, being a realtor, and Tim wanting her to like make this decision on her own, was like, that's not a big deal. You could move the washer and dryer in the garage, or you could turn a room in the house into a laundry room. You just have to like put the stuff in. All you gotta do is put the plugs in and run the hose outside, whatever. So she was like, okay. And then she decided she didn't want it. I think she realized after talking to us more and more and more that it was just too much work for her to handle, because Tim said, he had told her this whole time that, this is a lot of work, whatever. And the things that she wanted done, he's like, you're going to have to call these people and get it done. Like, I'm not going to do that. For the past year, since Tim's dad has been gone, he has been doing that for her. Anytime something breaks down in her house, anytime she has a problem or an issue, he steps in and fixes it. He makes decisions for her. And he's like, I'm doing this for your own good. I want you to be independent. You're going to have to make the decision. You're going to have to call these contractors. You're going to have to figure out who you want. Look in the phone book. Find somebody. He said, I'll find you a contractor, but you're going to have to call them. You're going to have to schedule them, whatever else. And I think she had just started realizing that, oh my God, this is so much fucking work right now. Because the house does need a ton of work to be more modernized. She admitted to Tim that the only reason she bought it was because of the pool in the little patio area. So that's a thing. So we had the inspection yesterday and they found nothing. Nothing that wasn't outside of like a little fix here or there, you know what I mean? So now we're dealing with that, trying to figure out a way for her to get out of this. And it's been a challenge. Our realtor's not super happy with her. So there's that. And then the inspector, he like remodels homes, and Tim's like, yo, can you come check out our pergola? Because our pergola is like off of the house. It was like attached to the house, and now it's like almost kind of like sitting half on the house, half on our gutter. The guy came over and was like, oh my God, the only thing holding your pergola up is this gutter right here. I'm gonna come brace this motherfucker till I can fix it, because I feel like it's gonna blow over if I don't. So we're dealing with that. And then all the things with the teacher. So it's been a little bit stressful week, a little bit. And Aunt Flo came to visit. So a little bit stressful, but just a little bit. So that is what's up. That's my week. I'm done getting ready now. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm done getting ready now, and I'm done venting to you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Me just talking my entire fucking face off and laying it out on the line. What the fuck should I do about the t-shirts? What am I gonna do? I'm also having this debacle of how I present these on the website. So at first I thought, this is how I had intended to do it. And then when I thought about it, I was like, this is fucking stupid. No, I can't do that. I was going to put up blank t-shirts on the website and let you choose the color, you choose the print, okay? And the size, obviously. But now I'm like, that's stupid. Why would I just put a blank t-shirt up and be like, choose this print? Because you're not seeing the print. So now, to avoid having to spend, even though I would sell them anyways, But to avoid having to invest like $500 in buying t-shirts to put up because I've got 6 designs right now. It's about to be 7 because I'm going to do the I Fucks with the Essence. We got time while these motherfuckers are out of stock. I'll have 7 prints with 3 different styles of shirt and 3 different colors for each shirt. And oh, I wanted to ask you guys, do you like this like dark gray color? Should I include this in it only comes in the unisex color? Should I include this? Please let me know. Anyway, so 4 different colors on one shirt and 3 on the other 2. So in order to picture every single print in every single color, I would have to buy like 40 or 50 t-shirts just to do that with, you know what I mean? So which would be like a lot of money. So to avoid doing that, I'm going to put up each shirt in either white or gray, probably gray, because, you know, obviously black and white or black and white, but gray sometimes comes different, you know what I mean? So I'm probably going to put each one up in gray and then let you choose from black, white, or gray, or dark gray, or in this if you know, want that. So that is my question to you. Do you want this in a darker shirt? Do you like the Pasty Pirate distressed or regular? Do you want to see a cutting video of how you off the shoulder it? What other questions did I want to ask? What should I do about the out of stock? Should I just wait? Like, what if it's like a fucking month? That's gonna piss me off because I'm like so ready to fucking do this like right now. What if it's like a month? What do I do? What do I do? I don't want to do a pre-sale. I really don't. I want you guys to have something, you know? I want you to buy it and get it. I don't want you to have to wait for it. Maybe it's just me because I'm so fucking impatient, but just let me know. Also, I know there was something else. What was it? I'm not really sure. Oh, do you guys want to see me do have you seen this like cute little subscriber tag go around? I kind of want to do that because y'all, I always tell y'all, I'm like a subscriber even before a YouTuber. Like, I'm a YouTuber, but I'm a subscriber first, I feel like. So this bitch is walking across there just looking in my window. What you looking at? Boy, no one is allowed to walk down our road. He lets them know. He's like, fuck you, this is my house, you cannot walk. Oh, and we painted our house. I'll show you guys before and after of that when we, like, you know, get it done. Okay, that's it. I've got no more questions. I've got to go. This is long as fuck. I'm so sorry about that. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's discuss. What shall we do? What's up? What's good? So that's it. I gotta cut it off because my camera is about to cut me off too. Okay, my camera just cut me off like I said I was going to. Anyways, okay, I gotta go. So just let me know in the comments. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Please tell me what to do. What do we do? What do I do? Yeah, that's it. I've already asked all my questions. Y'all know the questions. Leave them in the comments. Let's discuss down there. We'll have us a little powwow down there and figure this shit out together, girl. Thank you guys so much for being like so supportive, so fucking awesome. Y'all are like the best subscribers ever of anyone could ever have ever. I swear. I know everybody says that, but I really feel that way. I feel like you guys are my friends, not my subscribers, which is why I talk about my life so much, because I feel like you're my friends and I'm sitting here talking to you. We're having a chat about each other's lives. Okay, I gotta go. I need to stop it and cut it off. It's been entirely too long of a video, so I love you guys. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you're not. I don't know why you would, because goddamn, who's got time for me? Okay, that's enough. Alright, like it or something, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.